Alright, peel out of this place. Opening day is tomorrow. It is 2 o'clock Friday afternoon, and I'm getting gone. I gotta go home, get everything packed up. Yeah, I know I'm gonna forget a bunch of stuff. All my stuff that I've had for scouting and shed hunting this year. I'm probably gonna end up forgetting broadheads or arrows or something silly, but it's early enough. I can get everything loaded up, grab some food, and then cruise on up the hill. I want to get there in time, ideally, to check some game cameras. Probably not going to have time for that though, but for sure get the spotting scope set up, get the BTX set up, do some glassing on a couple distant mountains, see what we have for deer this year. I was lucky enough to pick up a landowner tag just last week. Just turned it in, cast it in on Monday, got my tag, so I'm bow hunting this year. I have a very limited amount of time to get it done. I've got it just a few hours tomorrow morning before my son's football and then my daughter's birthday. Next weekend, Labor Day, I got the whole thing. That's all I need, hopefully. Anyway, we will check back with you, hopefully up on the hill. To camp, opening day. So is tomorrow. Today I'm gonna get set up, camp really quick, and then head over to my glassing spot. It's already about 5:15. I don't expect anything's really going to be out for about another 2 hours. I did see a couple bucks on the drive up out feeding, but neighborhood bucks, no biggie. So anyway, I wanted to show you. I'm going to try this today. The Hennessy hammock. Never slept in a hammock. I might only do it for about an hour. See about that. I've got it all set up. I had it set up down in my basement, but the way that it's built, I couldn't ever get comfortable in it without a wall being in the way or something. So I think I have it set up like I saw on YouTube. I watched a ton of videos on it, but I'm pretty sure that this is built for like a 150-pound skinny guy, about 5'6". I think you'd love it. 6'5", 235 is a little tight, so we'll see. I am going to give it a try tonight, but if I can only make it a little while, then this green bag right here is also my cot, so I got ways around that. Yeah, we'll check it out though. I love how lightweight it is. Seems strong enough, even though when you first sit in it, you think you're going to dump on the ground. I may have it set up wrong. I don't have YouTube service up here, or else I would double check, but we'll see. So I'm up here glassing, and I found an elk shed. It's probably 1,500 yards across there, and I've been on that hill quite a bit, but I have not been there in 2 years. And this one is a big old white elk shed. I can see those brows sticking out. It looks pretty dang decent, so I'm pumped. Alright, back to camp. Ended up seeing a little 3-point and a fawn hanging out with that 3-point. It's kind of funny. But that was it. But I'm also noticing that big bright full moon that's coming up, and it's still t-shirt weather, so no big deal. I'm not heartbroken over it because I've already found a big old shed, which I'll go pick up in the morning, and I'm not going to be here that long, a few hours in the morning. I just really wanted to lay eyes on the backside of this mountain where I've usually chased deer. I can always find a bachelor group there. There's been a lot going on this year as far as timber cutting and traffic and whatnot. I have a feeling that it probably pushed them out. This is the second time I've looked at the backside and have not seen a deer. So we'll see early in the morning, be up there. And if I don't see anything, I'll know next time. And I already have a plan for next weekend. It's going to involve a big hike back in, quite a few miles back into the wilderness. So at least I won't have to always wonder, okay, what was back there? Was wide load there? Oh my goodness. No big deal. Got the backpacker's pantry pad thai going on. Not sure what that's going to taste like, but we'll find out. Got the hammock, which sure seems too small for me, but I'm going to give it a try. If not, I'll climb out and jump in my cot here, which I know works. And I'm going to listen to cattle all night long, because there are quite a few of them here. They're right outside of camp, and yeah, no cattle. Knuckleheads is what they are. Alright, so I finally got in this bucking bronc of a hammock. I'm sure my little headlamp's flopping around. I'm sure the ultralight backpackers love this thing, but we'll have to see. I don't really have a decision on this thing yet. It's as long as the back of my knees don't hurt from being kind of folded up. They say to sleep widthwise, kind of at a crossing angle in it. I guess if I was a foot shorter, I could. And this is an extra large model too, but it's definitely odd. It doesn't feel bad right now, so I'll just picture me drinking a Corona and sitting on the beach. Then it's all good. Morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, opening the day. Just got out of the fart sack, and yeah, the hammock is actually pretty comfortable if you're not 6'5". My shoulders actually feel great. If I'd have slept on this cot, I mean, they would hurt right now for sure. My hips would hurt. That's just part of getting older, I reckon. But this hammock, I mean, you woke up numerous times during the night, coyotes yapping, all that. But my shoulders actually feel good. Hip feels good. But I was constantly having to try to stretch out, force myself to stretch out. And I'm just too tall for it. There's no way around that. They may say it's however many inches. Oh, it's got to drop to this. It's not. But no, it was very actually interesting. Super lightweight. If I had to pack into the backcountry, well, is what we're planning on doing in October anyway. If I had to do that with this, yeah, I wouldn't have a problem doing that. Even if you're just curled up in a ball, it's still pretty dang comfortable and super lightweight. I guess the advantage over a tent is that, obviously, is lightweight and comfortable. The disadvantage is, well, when you roll out in the morning and it's super warm out here, full moon all night long. There's a cloud cover now, a little bit of one, but it's still really warm out. But still, when you get out of the fart sack to go put your boots on, you're climbing out of this little rodeo contraption here, and get your boots on and getting everything dressed, and which is fine on a morning like this, but not fine on a mid-October kind of day. A tent, you could at least fire up your jet boil, fire up a lantern. It takes about 3 minutes, and your tent's starting to get a little bit warmer. You could get dressed inside your sleeping bag. You can put your boots in there with you, versus here they were just sitting on my chair out. If it was going to be condensating on them, they would have gotten soaked. So those are huge disadvantages, I believe. I'm going to do some more YouTube searching, check it all out, and I probably did everything wrong. Alright guys, so just parked the truck, and I'm going to hike in and go find that elk antler. But didn't see anything this morning. Spent an hour up on my favorite perch. No deer at all, in fact. But not too concerned with that, because I left early. Typically that's a late morning thing after they've done feeding. It's about 1.5 miles up from where I've found them feeding and watering. They slowly work their way up a mountain, get on the back side of this bench, and then always bed in this little pocket of quakies if they're on the mountain. But nothing last night and this morning, so I might not be here this year. I don't know, but if nothing else, I found an elk bed, so I'm gonna head in. I think it's only probably half a mile back in here. I'll probably see a great big old monster buck now that my bow is back in the Jeep, but we'll see. Just found it, and it looks like a frickin' stud. And I'm not even 100% sure if it's the same one. Of course, with the angle from so far away, probably is. But let's flip this thing around. Look at this big old thing up here. Looks like a good one. Yeah, good solid 6-point. Actually has better fronts than he does rear. I thought the other one was laying by a log, but it's hard to tell from this far away. He's been up here for a couple years too. Great thirds, good almighty, look at those thirds. And then his top end just petered off to nothing. But he has got phenomenal thirds. Man, is that 18-inch thirds? Look at that. That is sweet. It's got to be the same shed, but I'm going to look around because sure, I'll have to look at the picture too and everything, but I thought it was by a log. But anyway, I'm sure this is it. Let me take some ATLs and see if we can find the other one. We'll pick him up here. Man, he's been here good night. That is nice. Still got some color on the backside. The largest thirds I've ever seen on a bull. Goodness. What is that? 9, 18, and another 4 for sure. I mean, that's a 22-inch third. What? I've got to tape that out. Holy moly. What a freak. Good solid base, not humongous mass, but good mass. Heavy brows, not humongous, but that third is phenomenal. Look at how weak his sword is because this third sucked it all out of him. That is sweet. Let's see if we can find the other one. Just do a little bit of walking around here. I'd say it's not even cracked up that bad and it's in the open, so I'd say it's only 2 years old. Little fine cracking starting to happen. Backside's still dark. Yeah. 2 years old. Let's look around for the other one, guys. As I'm back to the rig, I could not find the other side to them, but that's all right. I know the path that those elk typically take in that valley, that hillside, so I'll be back to walk out where I think he may have traveled to, or it could be just 40 yards over, buried up in some quakies, and I just didn't see it. But I'll be back to look for that. I love that third. That thing is just unreal how good that is. So I'll put a tape to him when I get to the house. I might have one here in the rig, but we will see what he scores with that third. That just pushes him over into stupid category, but you know, for Colorado elk at least, that's awesome. I'm not going to score him. I'll wait until I get home and can do it better. But with my little tape here, 23.5 inches on that G3. I have never seen one bigger. I know those Utah bulls, Arizona bulls, whatnot. Colorado bulls, I've never personally seen one. Never seen a shed. That's just phenomenal. Let me know if you guys have ever seen one bigger than 23.5 inches. I mean, that's just awesome. Send a pic, put it in the comments. I mean, wow. Trip, but I get to go see my son's first official football game, you know, the 6-year-old. So that'll be a lot of fun. He ran for 3 touchdowns last week in a scrimmage. So I'm kind of pumped. Little Barry Sanders we got going on here. But I get to go watch that. I found a monster elk shed. I did not find wide load, but I expected 2 years ago wide load was mountain lion bait. It's nice to have a dream though. Next weekend I plan on going hiking about 4.5 miles back into the wilderness area. Scouting for elk / in the past I had seen some really good genetic deer back in there. Deep Forks. Partner saw one with a lot of stickers, so I'm gonna head back into there next weekend, put that hammock to use again, and we will hopefully get back to you then with some good footage. I have been out the last few weekends getting footage, but it's not the kind of quality that I want to give to you guys. It might only be 5-minute little blurb here or there kind of thing. So tell me what you guys want to see, time frame, you know, what are you guys interested in? I know me personally, I like watching Shed Crazy, I like watching Antler Trader, Hushin', you know, guys that keep you intrigued, keep you going, and of course find a lot of sheds. Now in my country, in Colorado, there's just not a lot of animals. There's not a lot of sheds to be really just pounding it. Where I do like to go for the shed opener on the other side of the state, tons of animals, tons of sheds. I mean, we found 20 with just walking with the kids, you know, goofing off. So I could go up there, but I like shed hunting down here. Bigger animals, bucks over 200, bulls over 340. Not a lot, but there are. And I'm also scouting for upcoming hunts years and years to come. So this is where I like to be. But let me know what you guys want to see in content. And my son and I will provide. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you later.